While major nations are crafting regulation for artificial intelligence, experts have raised concerns about AI developed in countries where these rules don't exist. Dan Whitehead, counsel at the law firm Hogan Lovells, explained that the EU is seeking to impose extraterritorial rules.
They're saying even if you develop your AI in another country that has much lower standards or no standards relating to AI, you're still going to be subject to our rules if you deploy it in our country.
While the EU is creating an all-encompassing law, the UK's approach instead focuses on core principles that each regulator would apply. The communications regulator would apply these principles to communications, and so on. This allows for more flexibility than the EU AI Act. But Whitehead said it also means it won't be easy for the UK to impose rules on companies that develop AI in other countries.
They would instead be relying on regulators that already have those powers, such as, let's say, under the GDPR, the UK regulator, the Information Commissioner, has that ability to impose its rules on an extraterritorial basis to companies that operate in other jurisdictions.
He says this presents a far more confusing picture for the UK than for the EU. For the UK, the rules will be compartmentalised between the regulators. Companies may wish to take advantage of loopholes or gaps in the law. Whitehead said they should still expect scrutiny.
The majority of AI is developed by large organisations, big technology companies, big financial institutions, etc., or even startups that want to be big companies. And it's going to be very difficult to avoid scrutiny by using shell companies and other means like that. I think scrutiny is in all likelihood coming, and companies need to be preparing for that.
So far, there are no major finalised regulations for AI. Whitehead said nations are all at different stages of proposing legislation in this area.
Inevitably, there will be changes to that before it becomes enacted, but also what we see with other digital regulations is that it only becomes clearer over time and through case law, court judgments, etc., exactly what the impact is of those laws and how they will be applied and interpreted in practice.
He says there will be ambiguities for many years to come and that we'll have to see how they are played out and resolved. Malcolm Hudson, NTD News, London.